I'd like to tell you a story today of a man who asked the question, who am I? And didn't know how to answer it. Now, at the beginning of last summer, about the same exact time as the trees start to bud, and the grass is up green, but the brome head hasn't came out yet, I started to hate my life beyond anything I'd ever done in my entire life, and I decided I needed to change. So I set off on a journey of finding the best ways to make new friends, maybe find the girl of my dreams, and make some money. And I thought I had it all going for me. I went to the gym every day at 6 a.m. Right after that, I'd go to work till 3, run 3 to 6 miles right after work, and then I'd go and talk to girls on Snapchat trying to find me one. And I had some decent luck, and we went on vacations. I was able to go out there and talk to them. I remember vividly one place in South Dakota where it was a rushing falls, and there's 3 girls there, and I was absolutely terrified. Shaken, literally. And I just was like, you know what, whatever. And I saw them have a camera, and I was like, oh, you know what, that's a question. Went up and asked, hey, what are you guys taking pictures for? And they were kind of like, who is this kid? But they got over it eventually, and they were like, oh yeah, we're taking pictures. And I never even told them my name, but I remember the first time they came, that was the first time a girl ever came out to me after we talked and was like, hey, what'd you say your name was? And I just said, Austin. And I left. And I just remember all these little experiences, and then going to a camp, being a true leader. At the camp, people would follow me where I went. I would say, hey, how about we all head into the mess hall? And everyone would come with. And at the end of that camp, I just remember I didn't win an election, which may not seem like much, but it made me reevaluate. And I looked back at myself, and I said, what am I doing? Who am I? And I realized I had let some other things go, like my standards with God. I'd accelerated too fast to where I didn't know exactly what I was doing. And I remember coming back to school, and I really got lost then because all of my habits broke down. I couldn't keep going to lifting in the morning and then go to work and then come home and just relax. I could just go to school. Then I had cross-country practice after that. And I lost some girls as they met up with the boys in their own school, and I thought I was losing everything. I asked myself, man, who are you? And I couldn't answer it, and I fell into the deepest little hole I'd been in. And then it didn't help that I decided to try wrestling, and any of you that have done wrestling know that it destroys you, man. Not eating, having to practice for 2 hours a day, starving, dehydrated, and then getting beat up. It's just bad. And I really got to a point where I questioned myself, and I realized what I'd done was create somebody that I didn't know who he was. And I realized that I'm going to tell you guys today how to avoid that. And it's part of, instead of doing what you think will get you what you want, become the person that you think can have your dreams. And so I just did all of the little quick fixes, going to the gym to look better, just going to work to make money instead of being the person who is a fitness, enjoys a challenge physically, or going to work as someone that's got a hard work ethic and is able to help people. I just went and did the thing without a reason. And I realize now that you have to make gradual change as you go through your life. You have to build habits that build you to the person. So if you do not choose the identity you're going for, life will choose it for you. And you will ask the question, who am I? And you won't be able to answer it. But if you choose the way you're going, if every day you have a habit of doing something for a reason to become someone, you will make it there. And when you ask, who am I? You'll say, I'm me because I did. And it's not a question. You were doing it for a reason the whole time. Like someone that goes to the gym every day is a person of fitness. And he can say that, and the proof is in what he did. But the key is when you start out doing that, know every day that you're going in, you are a fitness person. You are doing it, casting a vote for the identity you want, instead of casting a vote for what you want. There's a slight difference there, but it makes all the difference to your peace of mind and your true happiness with your conscience and everything else about it. And when you plan these things out, you're able to put forethought in them and not make the mistake of jumping in with 2 feet before you know what you're going for. So keep the gradual change going with your identity change. And if you find yourself asking, who am I? Just remember, you're you, and keep it up. Boys, never settle.